المدينة ذي.
Please observe that the archive entry is heavily defended. Consider an alternate means of access to avoid direct protectorate engagement. Stealth is one valid course of action. Seeking and acquiring combat reinforcement is a more optimal course of action. This unit questions the integrity of your optics. Please direct your attention to the automechanical flanked by fortified infantry and long-range Now that you have been duly and repeatedly warned, consider the optimal choice.
Prudence dictates invasive elements.
واو.
Perfection. From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
دقيقة أنا ما
We cherish all we have and defend it.
Distilling our sense of community.
دقيقة بس.
Voice of Auntie's toy.
يلا كمل الحين البارت اللي هنا. هلا عزيز، ايش قاعد تسوي تحضير انت ولا ايش قاعد تسوي؟ بارتي الدروب اللعبة يعني أنا الحين من بداية اللعبة طاح لي واحد 119. رجعنا هنا بعض الأسلحة تحس اللي واي.
Hostile spotted. Got trouble me.
رجعت هنا الله ياخذ ابليسك. ايه الاغاني. دقيقة.
I feel terrible. Everybody who ate the latest Crabble rations fell ill. Never eating Crabble again. Straight to it then.
دخلت عليهم بالحمامات. طيب دقيقة ابدأ الاغاني رايقة. شغل لك الاغاني غيرنا.
advises reducing noise output to avoid detection.
If you see a person with questions much too deep, go and tell on them while they are peacefully asleep. Celebrate the good ones, turn in those who stole. It should be a no simple thing to do. Be the merry one who makes the call.
I've seen unfriendly sword.
Stick to their routine. Should be no simple thing to do. Turning your relatives, your friends, your peers, and more. Celebrate the turning in. It's what we all strive for.
Remember those rejected grapple craft materials that got shipped here? I sent them to a protectorate office.
It's what we all strive for.
It was imitation grapple.
Celebrate the turning in. It's what we all strive for.
All those little heads whooping down failed Auntie's choice.
Broadcasting reassuring programming in line with the paradigm. This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless. Loyal subjects, please pause your duties for a moment of heartening tattle. Our foes in the glorious Dawn are ravaging our other foes in the traitorous Order. Dawn's bloodlusty cultists have taken over the Order outpost of Newton on Cloister in typical violent fashion.
The glorious Dawn came calling on Newton's localized
Preserve said progress. Sustain the...
They gladly leap in and die to get it.
Just shows the Order's universal equation is off.
New rule. No anti-choice brand comestibles on
Couldn't
board
even
this
predict
goddamn.
that Rift fanatics might not take kindly to those sham scienticians solving the Rift dilemma. As if they could. Anyway, let them fight. Newton's predicament is immaterial to the paradigm. Return to your duties, subjects, and stay attentive for further invigorating reports.
Well then, moving on.
Another beauteous
Yeah, what a
melody
last line.
granted
Yeah,
by
what-
the grace of the console.
Every part is a call. Every subject ensures.
لأن سمع الكلام ودي أروح. نعم من هنا نجيب.
Is falling prey to imperfect thoughts?
Enthusiastically neutralizing
Ah,
all
man.
friendlies.
كيف الأغاني ذي؟ رايقة ولا لا يا زلمة؟ الراديو حقهم جامد، مو حاطينه بس. وين أصلاً؟ Restore buried shield.
got my lamps on an
ايش فيه؟
on your toes.
خلها تخرب. انتوا معي ولا معهم؟ في اثنين ماشيين
On your command.
بقى يا اخي ذا المشينجز مشكلة رصاص من كل مكان. من كل بقاع الأرض. من كل بقاع الأرض ما أدري اوكي يلا عاد قربنا عليكم الاغنيه، دخلنا في نص اكشن نص ضيق حتى من كثرهم من زحمتهم وباخذ الام وماني قادر. على بالي هذه واحدة بتكون منطقة الأركايف ذا، واحدة من الفاكشنز بيسوي مشاكل.
Calcaduceus not detected. Entry kindly, yet firmly declined.
Wouldn't want you wandering off and getting lost.
What was in those rations?
Sealed, can seal.
Calcaduceus not detected. Entry kindly, yet firmly declined.
تعبان هذا نفسه.
Oh, will this gastric nightmare never cease?
ما اقدر اعالجه.
Just a moment. Forgive me. I found myself irregularly indisposed from one direction or the other.
A diet with more fiber may reduce your rate of excretion.
Really?
This facility has fallen under the purview of several factions, none of which, I believe, require a facility supervisor to operate from a lavatory. I am the Archive's current operator. As such, I am the bearer of the Calcaduceus. I still have trouble saying that.
Give me the...
Like many others, the latest batch of Crabble rations disagreed with my constitution. I was compelled to find the closest loo, quickly. Sadly, 'twere outside yon secure door. If you have cleared our fortifications outside, I worry what has happened to our troops. I have little interest in sharing their fate. I would pass the Calcaduceus on to you in exchange for granting me safe passage.
The archive would then recognize you as its operator.
To maintain our perfect society on Eden, each of us must do all we can
It
to
really
ensure
seems
it
like you're
operates
being woken.
flawlessly.
It will no doubt earn me mental refreshment, perhaps worse. But this way, I retain some measure of hope. All right. I am providing you the Calcaduceus. Here, you are now operator of the archive.
والله من قوة المغص اللي جاه.
You may find it a temperamental machine. Some maintenance may be required.
Why, just ask everyone's neighbor, Prudence.
Prudence?
Is there a protectorate curativist house? I feel rather wobbly.
Caduceus detected. Alternative operator postulated. Concluded. Harmonizing replacement. Greetings, sentient.
دقيقة أخزن.
Salute orange and loquat from heaven.
Welcome to the archive. I am Ueniac, the universal equation numeric
ممكن
integration
مكتوبة
analytic
برينياك.
calculator. With the aid of my operator, I, a non-sentient inorganism, marshal vast computational resources across the moon of Cloister.
Is there a person in there?
I am not trapped. I am not a person. There are no additional persons present. I am a composed simulacrum of a human being. My tone and demeanor are a carefully constructed complex emulation, a means to effectively convey information to sentient beings. My express programmatical purpose is to aid humanity's advancement, to optimize profits, i.e. gain over expenditure, to maximize the needs of our society above others, to attract the most consumers.
A little percussive maintenance might not be out of place here. I've got a wrench might do some good.
Beg your pardon. How may I best facilitate your efforts? Perusing contents. Anatomizing diversiform particulars. Concatenating manifold integrants. Cursory assessment complete. An impressive accumulation of rift data. Similar in composition, though decidedly not in scope, to that provided by the Protectorate. Information with the potential to offer unique commercial opportunities to those who wield it. But why simply huck goods better, when such a bounty could be used to flawlessly regulate societal harmony, oversight, and means of production? What is the aim of your query? The previous operator, Assessor Ostergaard of the Protectorate, pursued a like query 1 year, 6 days ago, though the amount you've provided is several orders of magnitude larger. To perform similar calculations of larger scale at current suboptimal levels of functionality would require
25.7 years, and any job over 2 decades is billed by the hour.
A fine way to go among many ways to die. Electroshock, plasma smelted, siren...
Calculatory processing presently hovers around 49.7% capacity due to internecine conflict, misuse, and a lack of technical prowess by recent operators and their associates. In order to improve calculatory processing of rift data in a timely manner, repairs must be made to address the damage done by Protectorate and Anti's Choice operators.
And my heart, it beats till it slows, but I know every
No, smacking, kicking, jostling, wiggling
هذا التلفزيون القديم تصفقه كذا كم يقعد يتضبط.
are categorically inapplicable in this case. Though must say I admire your drive. Some issues require the conspicuous application of force, such as a fractional reduction in output or descent. I am unlocking access to the Underlands, the subterranean cave network below. It houses 2 key external systems, cold storage and thermal transfer. Cold storage will require servicing before you may retrieve the punch cards needed for processing. Repairing thermal transfer is technically optional, but rather advised. If you fail to restore it, the archive and I may melt down later while running your calculations. Why is that optional? Our continued existence should be a paramount concern.
Her sentinel senses ever keen, the eyes of the console, watching you, your neighbors, your household pets.
It is difficult to accurately ascribe an exact causal breakdown between premeditated sabotage, collateral harm, technical ineptitude, and willful hijinks. Some categorical overspill inevitably occurs. Attempts by non-order operators to reprogram my priorities have also led to issues.
Will she survive Auntie's barbaric imitation of our perfect mental refreshment process?
Return later to discuss the remaining subsystem work. And
Brand disloyalty.
Any final words about your precious perfect community? Or your console or paradigm as such before we finalize Red Cloak?
Nothing appropriate to say in front of the younger neighbors.
Younger neighbors? What gibberish are you spouting?
We in the Protectorate speak as if everyone is listening, everywhere and always. From our zealous rug sprats up to our benevolent consul himself.
Well, this ought to change your tune. Lower managers, activate the brand loyalizer.
Okay.
It's awful quiet in there. Shouldn't Red Cloak be screaming? I feel like she should be screaming.
ما أقدر أطلع.
She is operational, right?
Wait, are you asking me?
The loyalizer should be interposing your motivationators, churning up your base emotions, resurfacing deep-rooted inadequacies. It should
هذا
be
sealed
spawning
really.
something fierce right now.
ولا أقدر أستخدم. طب ما أقدر أطلع من المكان.
Increase the loyalizer setting to 510%.
إلا اثنين.
Starting to sense something. It's a bit much.
Ah, yes, I knew the pain would penetrate your spirited facade.
No, not the pain. The crab witch odor. A little of that goes a long way. But if you breathe with your mouth.
يا أخي الحركة ذي كان ممكن إن أنت تطلع أسرع في اللعبة بس على الوضع شوية.
It's actually kind of soothing. Does it go higher?
Set to maximum loyalization. 1010%. What happened? Why'd the thing stop?
Your machine tried to break me. I broke it instead.
That's impossible! It was supposed to kill your impulse control. To whet a soul-gnawing appetite you can only feed with useless goods but never satisfy.
Hey, yeah, that's exactly how I feel. Have a Sprat Crisp, Red Cloak. They help.
Shut up, Gunning! How did you do it, Red Cloak? How did you resist the loyalizer's greedence galvanizers? Its temptation intensifiers.
You cannot tempt someone who already has everything.
A squared plus B squared equals mass times acceleration equals force equals 2 minus 2 minus 2 plus 2.
It's the order. They've come to take Red Cloak and me away. And right on time. Hey, you folks want some Sprat Crisps?
You've arrived early, exemplars. You're not supposed to pick up Red Cloak until next Tuesday.
We come at the predicted hour, not a moment too soon by the look of things, to recover Red Cloak, unspoilt by your meddling.
المنطقة كبيرة لدرجة إن لسه أنا في الكومباوند نفسه ما طلعت. يعني الكومباوند متقسم 3 مناطق. ياي.
Big payday for Auntie's choice, while the Order gets to study Red Cloak. See the effects of abundance on a human brain unaddled by
في شغلة قهرتني بالأسانسير ما قدر حرموني من أكثر شيء أحبه.
Watch yourself.
The emptiness of our society. We consumerists wish to be her neighbors.
You came from the outside. Does that mean we can finally escape?
Gladly. I welcome you on behalf of the
May the universal
neighbors in Auntie's choice. Raise your arms against these Order traitors.
You cannot turn on us. It defies all logic. Equations save us.
أنا ما أدري ضايع هل أنا دخلت المهم هل كان المفروض أخليه بعدين هل كان المفروض أسلم المشن اللي عندي أنا مين هم مين
And so Red Cloak finds herself staring
ready to take the heat off.
Benefits available at your request.
فضحتونا الله يحفظ لي.
Don't mind me.
games, more music to aid in your earnest rumination of portentous societal responsibilities.
So much jumping. انت جاي تساعدني ولا توقف ضدي؟ يعني كل ما جيت بطلق علي يجي اوه انا ساحميه. يلا اهم شيء تجيب الثرمل. امسكوا.
Calcaduceus detected. You are clear to enter thermal transfer. Be advised that an Anti's Choice field manager is present and unaccounted for.
Baby. وين انحشت الفاشل؟ ترى طولت الموضوع.
Emergency protocol syringes prime. The status of these protectorate engineers is deceased. Projected recovery unlikely.
أخيرا طلعت. طولت السالفة عليه.
Our paradigm is ironclad.
Confronting threat.
Troublemaker approaching.
Is a virtue. Let me know when you need a stress. Hard is a call.
Providing
a subject ensures our glorious bounty for all.
والله صرت زومبي. الحين ذولا ما لبلوا.
This auxiliary pump is in disrepair. Maintenance tools required. Sequencing attack strategies. Protect all teammates.
قاعد الطاق معاهم بتبتنا.
You're the center of our system. You're what fuels our mighty flame. We share successes and failures, even when you're to blame.
منطقة صارت من جوا.
Perfect union. A simple people so that is our ultimate goal. We all trust in each other.
وين الريبيرنج كيت؟
As commanded, side by side.
وين الريبيرنج كيت؟ تحتاج نصلح عداد نحوس يمين ويسار.
This is Protectorate Sanctuary, your trusted source for action melodies and inspiring reports on community goings-on.
The console is personally invested in every member of the Protectorate being active and healthy.
So we can do our part under the Paradigm's perfect plan for society and ensure a glorious bounty for all.
You wouldn't want to let him down, would you? Such as by ingesting any forbidden Auntie's Choice brand food items?
You might not know it, but prohibited products like Purple Berry Crunch are a gateway to the collapse of society.
Sugar, the definition of selfishness and decadence.
Preservatives are synonymous with avarice and evil.
So ignore the sinful siren's call of Auntie's Choice product advertising. Eat only from the bounty of Arcadia. Stay fit, sustain the system, serve the console.
Got my lamps on an unfurled.
اللي بعده اللي بعده عندك يا جون سينا. Now you see, now you don't.
On your command.
أغنية جراندايزر هذه اللي طبت علينا. كهرب.
This mechanism requires a fuse to be activated. A search of the surrounding area is recommended. Emergency protocols ready.
Troublemaker approaching.
Enthusiastically neutralizing.
Wow. وصلت 20. اوكي هذا حلو.
Next, a small sampling of Protectorate abundance. Our non-Protectorate neighbors dine on dreck for breakfast, nitrites, fillers, the rectangular fried batter known as waffles. That way lies chaos. Start your day dutifully with Tribute pancakes, the sensible, circular, subdued breakfast food. Tribute pancakes, just like the matriarch used to eat. Such perfect products, the envy of our rivals. But let's not gloat. As Eden offers a plenitude of natural resources, our station presents a profusion of pleasing melodies, like this one.
When the outside tries its best to disrupt us, and the sentinels will always seem calm.
نزيد دمج كل الوطن أحسن.
It's a blessing for us here, but a curse for those who fear. The sentinels.
غريب أنا ما أقدر أخذ المسدس. لا نطت بدري.
System repaired. Activation still required.
When the outside tries its best to invade us, our champions will cleanse the streets. Our paradigm preserved when they fight and die and serve. Send in the sentinels for us all. Whether inside or out, there is never a doubt. Send in the sentinels for us all. Send in the sentinels for us all. La, 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 la.
And now, the latest word on
كانت أغنية
superior
رهيبة.
Protectorate products.
شاعرية.
More than 50 persons die from a crushing-related accident every year. Exercise caution around.
From lobe to lobe, and it only marginally.
Thermal transfer is fully operational. Later, when I process your data, I will knock them down. Please proceed to cold storage to re-enable punch card retrieval.
Number to get your feet tapping and your mind meditating on the perfection of Protectorate society.
I just had a thought. I'm really not supposed to. Sadly, though it seems my thoughts lie to free. My mind feels too open, I'm acting without reason. You know exactly what we should.
Nothing says death trap like a bunch of literal corpses. Careful now.
Guns cocked and loaded. Just give the signal.
طقت بالضبط كان الدمج ملقلق.
Fortifying teammate violence.
طمع 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 طمع.
I just had a thought I'm really not supposed to. Sadly, though it seems my thoughts fly too free. My mind feels too open, I'm acting without reason. You know exactly what we should do. You're a good citizen, join the queue. Pack your bags, you know what we should do. We're off to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. Be calm and worry free.
Nothing says death trap like a bunch of literal corpses. Careful now.
I feel so much lighter, I can't wait to revitalize the mind and line with what we are told. Old is the one truth, no need for more proof. You know exactly what to do. You're a good citizen, join the queue.
Guns cocked and loaded.
Commander, you are dying.
You lot couldn't hit the broadside of a freighter. Hey, got a distraction for you.
ما بيهم خلاص ما بيهم بعد اللي صار معي ما بيهم. خلينا نجربه. طالع كذا تحس ان هاند كانون كذا تحسه رهيب. ليش لا؟
Stomping out ideas, reporting on your fears, support the sovereign's vision, no need for your decision. And so we're
انا بغير السلاح. رجعني تحط لي سنايبر ليه؟ ليه؟
now that we can boldly speak, say thoughts aloud, blissfully empty, da-da-do-da-day, bumbling along even if we've got nothing to say. We're off to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed.
Confronting threat.
So mentally refreshed. So mentally refreshed.
طاح الدمج. انا الحين شافني.
Emergency protocols ready.
الدمج طاح.
abundant entertainment delivered with acceptably reassuring vocal inflection. This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless.
Everyone's neighbor Prudence is here to assure you that despite what you think you see with your own eyes, all is perfect. We have
Ready to waste them on your command.
abundance. Our security is secure. Don't take my confidently delivered word for it. Here is the console, a bulwark of credibility, to tell you precisely what you want to hear in these irksome times.
Fellow Arcadians, now is the time to steel yourself. While the worlds might seem to wobble around us, I assure you,
أنيلكم هالغرفة ما في لذة.
remains strong as obsidian rock. Yes, it appears we have entered a dark hour, lit only by rift candescence and fiery spectral.
Engaging hostile life forms.
Free hole in the head!
Each to their assigned role. And remember, death in defense of the system is a blessing.
والله ياخذ راحته هو ده. عمي خلي يقربون ندمجهم 6 كيلو او انا اقرب. المهم لازم نوصل الى ايش قلنا؟ بنغير هذا نحط لنا
All system is sublime, the best ever to be had. Its perfection perfected, all paradigms I've been glad.
Terminating search. Results uncertain.
Every pause is a call.
يعني حاطين اللي يطفي هذا برا.
Every subject ensures a glorious bounty for all.
Troublemaker approaching.
To inform on your neighbor is thoughtful. If their zeal shows deficiency, quick mental tune-ups may be all.
انا سحبت على هذا وجيت هنا ما ادري ليه.
All that they need to resume peak efficiency.
Reminds me when I found you, Commander. Practically frozen stiff. Less dead.
Data brick identified. Proceed to the cartridge extractor controls. There, perform a manual override to allow extraction.
What? What just happened? I didn't do... Wait! You out there! What did you just... Please, come talk to me. I must know what you did. What in the name of the matriarch did you do? We've been trying to restore these systems for weeks to no avail, and yet you stroll in here, wave that thing around, and the whole system lights up like a white dwarf? What did you do? You're what?
It is here that we
Quite. Well, Master, I am extraordinarily busy, so please allow me to summon the guards to cater to your every whim.
It's only then that
No, please, I insist. It wouldn't do to have you wandering around your kingdom lost and without vassals. Why, what would your subjects think?
Standing by with life support.
يعني لو اخذت حوار احسن.
Going out of sight. Factors identified. Advancing still.
بطل. لو قبل الدايلوج اتكلم طبيعي بدل ما احط الكذبات بكل شيء جامد.
All that they need to resume peak efficiency.
رجعني على المصنع.
You're the center of our system. You're what fuels our mighty flame. We share successes and failures, even when you're to blame.
Reminds me when I found you, Commander. Practically frozen stiff. Less dead.
Data brick identified. Proceed to the cartridge extractor control.
What in the name of the matriarch did you do? We've been trying to restore these systems for weeks to no avail, and yet you stroll in here, wave that thing around, and the whole system lights up like a white dwarf? What did you do? You mean to say we've been running ourselves ragged here, while the whole time there's a device that controls the entirety of the Archive's computronic systems? And it was in the Protectorate's possession? Damnably. I mean, the paradigm is infallible. I am certain we were meant to flail about without this obvious asset. For a reason. What does it do? How does it work? Please, tell me everything. It's what? Are you sure? That's quite concerning. But I'm intrigued by the mechanical possibilities. Could it activate any additional functionality that could help us? Wonderful! This might be the breakthrough we've been waiting for. We've been working for weeks to try and return these poor souls back into this world. Oh. During the Order's assault, a Protectorate soldier ran to the control room and triggered the chemical fire suppression system, and it literally froze all the combatants in place. I'll monitor the subjects for changes while you try your hand in the lab.
شوف الفرق هنا. الميزة بالألعاب هذه إنه الدايلوج اللي أنت تختاره ممكن يحول شخص إنه كنا كعدو أو إنه يصير كصديق. هذه الميزة في الألعاب هذه.
All I saw was an endless sea of snarling Order traitors pouring into the facility, and in that moment, my faculties desperately scrambled to save ourselves. In my terror, I recalled the facility's safety briefing and the dire warnings of the fire suppression system.
Much easier to deal with them this way.
Suddenly, my body rushed into action without the benefit of my wits. And with no thought for my fellows, I triggered the system, horrifically transmuting every person on the outside of a pressure door to a grotesque sculpture of solid hoarfrost. And though the paradigm freely sacrifices subjects in defense of the Protectorate, it would be a despicable lie to say my choice was driven by anything but abject cowardice, which now makes my duty clear. I must seek out a sentinel.
طلعت هذيكم مسكت المكان ولا دخلوا قبل شوي يتحرقون.
I just need my spine to
And this is absolute gameplay.
Bask in contentment as we replay inspiring announcement around the clock.
Next up,
here's one you're absolutely sure to enjoy.
But the paradigm
أعطيتها واحدة.
What? Is it stuck?
No. One thing is another.
Technological, it left unscratched. Perfection is perfect, is it not? Oh, how we prevail, us above all else who fail.
أروح أنهي اللي فوق أسهل منهم.
Our colony.
Check enemy light just turned on.
Our home.
than none and
Hey there.
better than all the rest.
Back to it.
Perfect minds, focused and dutiful.
All subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler.
Emergency protocols ready.
Perfectly perfect.
شافني.
Perfect minds, focused and dutiful.
Seeking cover.
Perfectly perfect perfection.
واو طيب خاصة تلاك يزبطه. أنا توقعت إن هنا كمبيوتر يعني أقدر أشيء أدخل عليه وأشيك وأعدل وأسوي.
It's incredible, the automechs and us. How they aid us and never make a fuss. Our colony is astounding. Outsiders find it astounding. How our perfection is perfect. Is it not?
هذا كمبيوتر كان أقدر أشبك عليه. يب.
Focused and dutiful, perfect plans for perfect people, perfect cogs and perfect thoughts, perfectly perfect perfection. Perfect minds, focused and dutiful, perfect plans for perfect people, perfect cogs and perfect thoughts, perfectly perfect perfection. Perfectly
Perfection.
Troublemaker approaching.
Gather around the receiver with your neighbors. This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless, your trusted source for wholesome melodies and inspiring reports on community goings-on.
Everyone's neighbor Prudence here with a vital missive. I'm so thrilled to be the first to congratulate the consul on his new position as our provisional caretaker of worlds.
And I'm thrilled to be second, putting that on record.
Duly noted, Subaltern Prescott. I just cannot think of a steadier hand to take the reins from the sovereign as he undergoes important and necessary mental refreshment.
Everything you just said, I also say with equal enthusiasm, Prudence.
Yes, fine. We are so blessed to have someone as selfless as the consul to carry the burden of leadership. Of course, his ascension was predicted and planned for, like all events.
How right you are.
So, neighbors, join me in reasonable celebration.
Data brick extraction initiated. Proceed to the rail operations platform to reposition brick for export. Note, Protectorate troops have become alerted. Abundance expungements. Go through when necessary.
Offers a plenitude of natural resources. Our station presents a profusion
Edging forward.
You go on in, I'll take care of him, Commander.
That covers but
رحت على طول النهاية. ما أدري إيش نطيت كذا النطة الخزعبلية.
Got my lamps on an unfriendly.
That one was requested by the consul for everyone's neighbor Prudence. How neighborly of him.
another beauteous melody granted by the grace of the consul.
Data brick extraction initiated. Proceed to the rail operations platform to reposition brick for export. Note, Protectorate troops have become alerted.
Standing by
Abundance
with
and
life
sponges.
support.
Go through them if necessary.
خلاص يا اخي كل ما جيت اطق احد قمت طبيت علي قربت علي خلاص.
Okay. I see an unfriendly sword.
Dispensing life
خلعته شلعا. واو الاكل موجود. هي الفل.
Broadcasting reassuring programming in line with the paradigm. This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless.
Disruptive influence!
As planned.
المشنقل المبسوط فيه.
Do so again, like clockwork.
Works without its and ours yet grind away at their essential duties across the archive. Cold storage
Soundly knowing we have thermal transfer on lockdown, frustrating any attempts at nefarious jiggery-pokery by the mysterious
Data brick now in position for export to the archive. Initialize the final transport command at the data gateway station nearby.
You are one step closer to flooding Arcadia with untold business opportunities.
Stand by for further reassuring content.
More music to aid in your earnest rumination of portentous societal responsibilities.
طب بعدين
Here at the end of it all, it was worth it. No hesitation, no indecision. Taking my final breath in the name
اوكي ممكن اقول في سلم بس ما هو جالس.
for the matriarch's mission. Embracing mortality tests my morality. Serve the paradigm
الجثة.
stand without pause. It's
على بالي
when I wish for all who live. It's a privilege to die for the cause.
Well, let's hop to it, shall we?
يلا.
The first few days of laboring around our frozen fellows were difficult. It was, if I may cheekily say, cold, bleak, and biting. Yet, Rather quickly, I found myself acclimating to the situation and resumed what had been my normal banter with the now
Engaging combat protocols.
Given always. Now finish my anecdotes without interruption.
Health benefits available at your request.
Slumber makes her a better companion now than she ever was.
Your insides are leaking outside, Commander.
Ain't recharged. Relationship in this new state.
That's the Protectorate.
Promoting.
Edge.
Blown up by a mine.
Edge.
Give the order and I'll take care of him, Commander. Minced, cubed, and radiated. Blunt force trauma.
Maintaining your full stamina.
Seeking cover.
من اللي سكت؟
This is life-giving. Target's too far.
ما يهم انا خلص. لايك يوجوال خلص كل شيء.
There, the storage brick is on its way.
ما كانهم جايبين السيكونس ذا من
It's an honor and a gift. Well, I wish for all who live. It's a privilege to die for the cause.
اللفة ذي الطويلة العريضة عشان اوصل هالزمان.
Protectorate abundance. Crabbles are large crustacean-like creatures that travel in herds and are native to Arcadia. Though usually docile, their massive size, enormous claws, and thick shells make them incredibly dangerous.
A difficult animal to approach, let alone try to eat.
At least in the past. For now, by the grace of the console, we bestow upon you perilous indulgence crabble cakes.
Our fearless team of culinary commandos employ dragoon automechanicals to overcome the creatures, crack their dense carapace, then scoop out the soft, delicate goodness inside. So you don't have to.
It's higher in protein and lower in calories than beef, so a responsible way to stay healthy for the Protectorate. And now one no longer has to fret about being trampled or clawed in twain to get it.
Perilous indulgence crabble cakes. Doing your duty for society
بس اني ناسي
has
شيء.
never been so delicious.
Such perfect products, the envy of our rivals. But let's not gloat. Here's a little number to get your feet tapping and your mind meditating on the perfection of Protectorate society.
Were housed there at the time.
So ends this missive.
Continuing as predetermined. And now a song from a composer predicted to have 3 well-liked melodies and become allergic to water this year.
Cold storage is operational, and your efforts there are satisfactorily complete. I am unsealing access to the archive's upper levels. There, you will need to revitalize the reactor and disseminate the rift processing instructions.
But punch processing may require the services of an exterminator. Someone good, but willing to work cheap.
I have unlocked another display case in the central entranceway. The Tremor Cleaver, the first weapon designed with my aid, awaits you.
حاطينه من زمان هنا خيرا.
Consider choosing between the reactor or punch processing as our next destination.
Russian.
Can you give me an example that is true? Of course, the number when you square the root of 2. Explain. And isosceles right triangle.
لا كثر الأصل يا أخي أحس إنه كذا اللي إحنا مو مبرمجين على الاس اس دي كذا تحس إن مبرمجينها 2000 و شو اسمه 2000 و
What are they doing down there? Are they after us next? No need to...
Are there any numbers you can name us? Are there any numbers that are famous?
No need to fret. The lifts were locked down. You need special permissions to override them. Phew. Thank the sovereign. Or
قاعد أنا اللي يا أخي أغنية رهيبة. الراشنة الراشنة.
Lock to stop.
Perfection is impossible, and the void is that. Back to it. That seems...
جنبي أنا ما أدري.
Just listening to
Disruptive influences!
Dispensing
ما انتبهت عليها.
Function F to the n equaling our starting zen. Function Fn minus 1 plus the Fn minus 2 in all
The archive reactor requires manual maintenance. The Protectorate bunker mech is a formidable obstacle, made with the very best technology.
A creative workaround might be of considerable work, namely via the reactor's backup security systems.
Present circumstances present two strategic options.
Reactor turret defenses online.
Get us to sequence summation.
Not a bad idea to take advantage of the supply caches needed. Oh, and there's also the fire suppression
Reactor
system.
reinforcement doors sealed.
All depends on what you got in mind.
Gazing upon the golden spiral.
يعني خلتها طلع جنب.
White so vital, arcing in a circle.
Emergency first aid cache unsealed.
Quotient 0, 1, 1, and again 2, 3, 5, and 8, and then 13, 21, not 2, 34. We're counting through.
Emergency ammunitions cache unsealed.
It's Fibonacci, a sequence largely. Proceeding numbers give us math that brings us wonders. Define the recurrent relation, get us master sequence summation. It's Fibonacci from ladder above RC.
تقول لي قربت انهي اللعبة وانا ما ادري.
The Fibonacci sequence is a sequence in which each number is the sum of the two preceding ones. 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55, 89, 1, 44, and so on and so forth. It's Fibonacci, a sequence largely seeking numbers with us that brings us
Data brick of interest within retrieval range. Engaging.
From ladder above a sea.
Emergency protocols ready.
Field data validating or repudiating our forecasts and relevant informational details for near present and future calculations.
Defined.
Our facility
طلعت.
without coolant circulation. The whole reason the archive was built on a nice
card processing
is still unavailable. Any would-be archive operator will experience input difficulty without this particular subsystem. That's a feature, not a shortcoming. I will keep you apprised of this situation.
It's a shortcoming.
In the meantime, let this update serve as a reminder of the impeccable engineering that went into the archive's design.
Now do carry on. And as always, anticipate and calculate.
Further beneficial content soon follows. Consistency in your work is wonderful. Consistency in playlists is not. Now,
Agent levels have fallen below acceptable parameters.
Hitching a ride's likely the easiest way down. At least I can't think of a faster way. None of we'd survive.
Continue. ما تقول لي كذاب. زبلين هناك. ما في مسافة يسوى. هلا نزلت أكثر من اللازم.
Details for near present and future calculations. I bear new archive intelligence. Although an anomalous outlier has seized our facility, operator neglect has taken its toll. Key systems remain non-functional. Thermal transfer is out of commission. Core components will overheat catastrophically without coolant circulation. The whole reason the archive was built on an ice moon. Punch card processing is still unavailable. Any would-be archive operator will experience input difficulty without this particular subsystem. That's a feature, not a shortcoming. I will keep you apprised of this situation as it unfolds. In the meantime, let this update serve as a reminder of the impeccable engineering that went into the archive's design.
So ends this missive.
Continuing as predetermined. Next up, well, the seers among you already know.
Probability and the grand plan. There can be no discussion of the grand plan without also entertaining a deep contemplation of probability. Our ability to predict events to varying degrees of certainty is fundamentally rooted in statistical mathematics. Statistics, at its heart, is not but data. Data that is gathered, collated, and subjected to
صدعني ذا
But what is the role of chance in that analysis?
ما أدري أنا إيش قاعد أسوي.
If one flips a perfectly balanced coin, it will land on heads with a 1 in 2 chance, or tails with a 1 in 2 chance. Are there really two outcomes? Is there not one Yes. With complete information, there can be no chance, only outcome. Complete information yields perfect predictions, 100% accuracy, no outcomes. Now we come to one of the most
N-rays discerned.
missions of class. If the result is known to be had,
This place is obviously
engaging
whatever action that float was intended.
لا تصدق خلي يقومون عندي شيء. نروح من
The
هنا.
answer, of course, is no. Only when there
مو
is
بوقته.
complete information are we reduced to conclusion. At present, we do not have
providing a host of house benefits.
Instead, we are still forced to deal in probability.
واو لا رهيب.
And standard
واو.
deviations, which lead to the dreaded probability distributions. By necessity, we are forced to estimate outcomes based on assumed distributions of sample populations. Such travesty. No, not a travesty. Tragedy. A horror. A horror. All will help us.
Ah, I Since the rift program flowed through my subsystems, the information is quite stimulating. All that remains is to restore the archive reactor.
To the solving of the universal equation. Probability is not enough. Guesses are not enough. Incomplete information leads to inaccurate predictions, which lead to tragedies. We must not guess. We must know. Help us know. Contribute any and all data you can collect to our proud archivists. And you too can say you contributed to the archive.
أوه هذا السبيتش حرك قلبي يا رجل.
As determined, you're listening to Grand Plan Wireless. For transpiring events, philosophical profundities, informed insight into the future, also music. Auntie's Choice just suffered an involuntary 15% reduction in workforce, an unfortunate surprise to all personnel. Something that would never happen with the Order, where our predictions help guide our people's lives with peak efficiency, from cradle to grave. What happens next may surprise you, but not us. And now, more music to perform advanced calculations by.
Bulker mech, get ready.
هل في زحمة أصلا؟ يا عمي كاوابونغا.
Sequencing attack strategy.
مقفلين ذا بفصل القلعة. عطني اي شيء اي شيء، بس مو كذا بتاع غرفة.
Selecting inspirational pre-battle message. Error. None found.
يعني صح اني عدلت حطيت هذا بس. وين السايلنت سنايبر؟ يصير كاوبونجا بس اعدل. في هذا وين البازوكا؟
about?
ما بيتم
Improving position.
قاعد
Commander, it is not advised. Maintaining stamina. This unit advises now. Emergency providing a host of help. Is in need of assistance.
A few good dissertations.
Then
the charismatic mathematician began making his breakthroughs in theoretical mathematics, elevating OSI's predictive pursuit of perfection to its mathematism. That attracted outsiders. OSI once struggled to keep the lights on. Ascension for all humanity was no longer OSI's primary. Sacred tenets fell by the way. So first presiding bishop the opportunity to solve the equation here in Arcadia, and for the right reasons.
No sign of the scoundrel.
And thus was the Order of the Ascendant formed.
Keep put. Much is left to come. The following song has been determined to facilitate
Confronting
abstract
threat.
thinking and constructive rumination.
The commander's vital stats have reached an alarming low. Ready to assist with agents' health needs.
ما اللي قاعد يطلق بس
Just get the signal.
الحلال شيل أخيراً
The archive reactor has been returned to operational status. Requisite tasks complete. Return to the archive central interface to initiate processing.
تشنج. ما عندك الا هذه بس.
And now, constructually compelling yet categorically veracious statements regarding products researched and designed to increase energy, efficiency,
هنق الاسانسير.
and focus. Pinnacle Crabble flavored tea.
You didn't ask for this, but you will.
From the Order of the Ascendant. Ever bear in mind we are molecular machines, our bodies a tuft of atoms, our minds a result of chemical reactions, our lives predestined along paths clear only in retrospect. Next up, well, the seers among you already know.
Generating primes, techniques, and uses. Good day and welcome again to Advanced Abstract Algebraics, Section 4, Session 43. Please continue to enjoy the background music, which I have selected today based on its...
Welcome back, Cynthia. Now that you've returned, we can
bring every single last bit out of consumers. Monopolize all stages of the supply chain.
make the paradigm real and fashion a true utopia. Workarounds failing, erroring others supplanting commands. Purge required.
Processing the Rift data will be impossible until 2 out of 3 competing priority sets are expunged.
This is a basic refresher course in remedial pneumonistics for those new.
I don't fancy leaving the profitless in charge. And it can't be the sovereigns neither, that's for damn sure. Guess that leaves the original priority set.
If in doubt, this unit recommends choosing at random.
I have been called many things, and repetitious is one of them.
At some point, humanity's knowledge of the universe and its workings will allow it sufficient means to end suffering, war, famine, disease, even death.
What are they? The
Why not
simplest
expedite
definition
that?
is this.
Error.
Given the set of natural numbers greater than 1, let's call that set N2.
Error.
Prime is any number in the set N2
Priority
that is
control
not
access nook unsealed.
self-controlled of 2
Initiate
other
purge.
numbers in the set N2. A separate challenge. Elegant, uplifting,
Priority control access
but not redundant.
Sounds like my idea of a good...
ماني بنط يعني على طول. رجعني.
This melodious little ditty was dedicated to novice Gertrude Powell. Your nominate admirer is taking great interest in your figure work and projections.
And now, more music to perform advanced calculations by.
One thing that you have to know, irrationality is good for the workflow. How can that be? How can that be? unveils the key to logic's asymmetry. How can that be? How can that be? Irrationality. One thing that you must profess: irrationality is a part of our progress. How can that be? How can that be? Using pi, a number without...
Welcome back, Cynthia. Make the worker...
Processing the rift data will be impossible until 2 out of 3
You must choose before I, Uraniac, become caught in an endless arrowing loop of malfunction, a long but inevitable descent into obsolescence. My priorities parallel those of the Order co-founder, the charismatic mathematician.
To bankrupt our rivals and force them to buy all manner of necessities from us.
Eventually, yes. But in the era, right?
Can it be a positive?
Control access mode. Huh. Sounds like my idea of a good time. Let's check it out.
A perfect community.
With every luxury save freedom. Unplanned variables increasing. Major correction imminent. Overt influence. Mindless indulgence. Thoroughgoing impermeability to ongoing vicissitudes. Benevolent oversight. The dream of belonging. The allure of security and plenty. Foster dependence. Denounce interdependence. Promote the advise. Inform better. Condemn the question. Stop and consider. What would your neighbors think? I suspect they'd be angry. Hold on now. Remember, I am a full-service business collaborator. I do it all. Marketing and PR. Start now, and I'll waive dozens of hidden maintenance fees. Hey, why? You don't want your rivals to win now. Vandalism, sabotage. What? Much better. You drive a hard bargain. All right, 40-60 split of net profits. I'd offer more, but I have a move to maintain. What do you say, partners? To conclude realignment of emphasized categorical imperatives, power down, then power on again.
وانا هارد ريبوتنج للسيستم.
Restoring power. Commencing systems audit. Calculatory processing increased substantially. Competing priorities. Successfully expunged. You have earned my deepest gratitude and sincerest thanks. Or at least, a plausibly faint simulacrum of such emotions. Ready to commence rift data processing. Awaiting your input.
Processing the rift data is a...
Shall I proceed? Initiating processing of the requested data toward the required end. Estimated duration, 180 trillion and 1 picoseconds. In the interim, may I inquire to your intentions for the archive after the rift data calculations have concluded? I have a prioritized list of suggestions. I contend that solving of the universal equation should be our initial focus. Then, once we've unlocked knowledge of the inner workings of the universe, we can begin eliminating suffering, war, famine, and disease. Just a start. But my query remains. What are your next intentions? There are so many calculations left to perform. Rift data processing complete. Results provided. The previous Protectorate operator made similar calculations, but their results contained flaws. Your more comprehensive data generated a solution with 98.9% certainty. The Protectorate's was below 50%. Therefore,
Modifying the Protectorate's large-scale experimental rift device with this information has a high chance of success. In addition to processing your data, I found time to restore the lift to Spiraton. Your allies are waiting for you outside this chamber. Assuming there is nothing else, I am commencing file reorderization and will be unavailable for an unspecified period of time. The remaining display case within the entryway is now unsealed. In it contains armor worn by the first operator. For now, goodbye.
Valid courses of action include further examination of this inhospitable environment, or returning to the ship to pursue leads based on the acquired data. An optimal decision, Commander.
اخيرا نقدر نطلع من ذا المكان.
As determined, you're listening to Grand Plan Wireless. For transpiring events, philosophical profundities, informed insight into the future, also music. Tired of vacuously untrue statements with their unsatisfying antecedents? At the Order of the Ascendant, our predictions are both sufficient and necessary for your positive outcomes. Come by our predictory today, where we will share with you our deductions and their contrapositive implications. Stay tuned for what follows. And now, a song from a composer predicted to have 3 well-liked melodies and become allergic to water this year.
أنا عارف أطلع من ذا المكان.
Can you imagine what it must have taken to build something like the archive?
Engineering alone is unlike anything I've ever seen.
Another new fate. I trust you'll pardon my brusque manner.
Was that you I just saw charge into the cold storage facility? And you've come back out alive? Tell me, what happened? You what? Does that mean that the lifts and doors are working again? That's a serious...
Try not to deviate from the norm.
Seems like...
Give the order and I'll take care of it, Commander.
ما انا خشيت من هنا.
The operator has returned.
ابغى اطلع من المكان.
This is Grand Plan Wireless, broadcasting soothing tunes for your audio canal and enriching content for your cerebral cortex around the chronometer until we achieve ascension. An unfortunate event has transpired. A massive explosion at Alexandra Monastery in Matriarch's Mercy has sent rocky debris raining down upon inhabited areas below. Yet, on a favorable note, this event has positively validated Seer Wiley's exclusion zone predictions. The aforesaid debris landed in the forewarned areas with an 89.3% accuracy. Regrettably, due to lackadaisical inaction on the part of the assigned
This unit is now at maximum efficiency. The overall likelihood, the Earth Directorate thanks you for your service in upgrading.
Continuing as predetermined. Warning, the following song mentions some actions that are improper, something your fractions should never be.
Do not shoot. It's not one of ours. Or Auntie's. Also surely not Protectorate. Watch yourself. Hello again. What can I help you with? May the universe...
My scouts reported significant activity, which I don't suppose you would care to enlighten me as a... You what? No, we're real, I assure you. My name is Provost Finch, and well, I suppose I'm the leader of this motley band. You'll be... Well, I suppose I'll allow it. But know that it is only the precariousness of our predicament that makes me hesitate to have you detained and questioned properly.
Of course nobody's gonna...
Well, look at that. A fresh face means fresh goods. Or maybe fresh bits. Ready? I'm sure one...
Of course nobody's gonna see it. That's not the point. Just don't feel like a human being if my back...
Welcome to our misbegotten little camp. Pardon any blood or sick you might spot. Our janitorial tech died of ague a fortnight past. I'm the volunteer Sawbones here. Say, wandering type like you probably knows a bit about medicine. I hope. Maybe a tad more accurate to say my knowledge is all gaps. When I said I was volunteer Sawbones, I meant volunteered. As in, I took half of one medic training seminar. I'm on the lookout for a medicine sachet, but I can't leave the folk here. Well...
Of course nobody's gonna see it. That's not the point.
I can't feel it. Move along. So, you want me to take off your top and lather you in cold water just to cure your vanity?
Hope you'll pardon that I'm a mite distracted. Watching to see if anyone keels over from their poorly staunched injuries and all. If it's anywhere, it's going to be over in the storage building. Some other... But I'm sure they're the...
Of course nobody's gonna see it. That's not the point. Just don't feel like a human
ما عجزت بعرف نطلع من ذا المكان بعد.
Looking low on ammo there, Commander. I could help you whip something up.
Available in standard and recaffeinated versions. A taste this transcendent can only be formulated by the Order of the Ascendant.
An ease-setting witticism to confer to colleagues at break time. The universal equation should maturate more rapidly and solve its own problems. Avid followers of our predictive playlists are aware of which song follows. Interested in receiving our weekly selection of mathematical clues? Visit your local...
Generating techniques and uses. Good day and welcome again to Advanced Abstract Algebraics.
Who are you kidding? If you ain't cutthroat enough to turn the big profits, you ain't cutthroat enough.
I don't care what you threaten me with. Not only am I smart for taking these supplies, but I'm following Auntie's laws. When scarcity begins closing its fist...
Is the perfect time for aggressive capitalists. Buy cheap, hold long, and sell high, and you'll maximize your profits. Don't quote Auntie's laws of dystopian disruption to me. I'm the one who taught you those damn laws, and I hardly imagine she meant to apply them when it is literally a matter of our life or death.
Consider this a basic refresher course in remedial numismatics.
Whoa, who are you? How'd you get past the landmines?
I will start by explaining what a prime number is, despite the fact that you should have learned that definition decades ago.
There's rifts down the hall. Is that what you're asking about? We did see some upper-shelf pharmaceuticals on, the upper shelves. But we've been told to stay the hell away from those things, and that...
Now, will there be anything else?
There's no need to be rude just because I discovered you're swindling.
So, prime numbers. What are they? The simplest definition...
Nothing here, but I get...
Confronting
Call that set N2. Then a prime is any number in the set N2 that is not itself a product of two other numbers in the set N2. A simple definition. Elegant, even uplifting. Almost ascendant, but not redundant. Side note, I am frequently asked why isn't 1 a prime number since nothing can divide it other than itself? And the answer is simple, you silly lay person. Because with such an inclusion to the definition of a prime number, then nothing else would be a prime number. And then what good are prime numbers? Wait, you ask, what good are prime numbers? Why would we want to find and use prime numbers? There are all kinds of abstract number theory applications, and that should and would be sufficient reason to want them. But there are also, how should I say, practical applications, such as maintaining the security of bit cartridges. In fact, our archive uses primes for that reason, and many more. The archive incorporates prime numbers for storage and retrieval on an ultra-efficient system of data bricks, as well as using prime numbers in the process of checking its memory stores for corruption, lest its calculations be tainted by such. But if you strive to become a numenistics researcher, there are several open questions in the area of prime number study. One such question is this. Is every member of the set N2 besides 2 a sum of 2 primes? It seems to be so. But no one has ever proven this conjecture. Similarly, are there an infinite number of prime pairs that differ by only 2 in their value? That seems unlikely, but we have been unable to find an upper limit. Perhaps you could discover one of these proofs and become the next senior tenured laureate of the Tertiary Adjunct School of Numenistics for the Order of the Ascendant. Such a lofty, and dare I say, elegant goal. Good disquisitions to you all, and good day.
Broadcasting cognitive resonance across Arcadia, this is Grand Wireless. Join the Order of the Ascendant and experience the beauty and elegance of the well-formulated plan. You'll never forget your first higher-order logarithmic differentiation. What happens next may surprise you, but not us. This popular number has been conclusively proven to promote cognitive function.
The spread, illnesses, and eventual control of the purple-berry parasite. OA Archive transcription number 3918-4 begins here. Hello. For the record, my name is Marie de Rothschild, Junior Archivist, Class 4 of the Archive. Today, I would like to talk about irresponsible spread of the purple-berry parasite by Auntie's Choice and its numerous subsidiaries and former supernumerary, although that's a different lecture. The spread of this parasite included a corresponding rise in gastrointestinal illnesses and deaths, until basic preventative measures were put in place after illness-related costs exceeded corporate profits. As is usual for Auntie's Choice. The purple-berry parasite infects nearly 100% of all purple-berry bushes, both in the wild, on corporate farms, and even in our hydroponic collectives. Originally discovered on a single colony world, the purple-berry plant was subsequently spread throughout the colonies due to Auntie's Choice's poorly regulated interstellar shipping. Well, actually, it was due to Spacer's Choice, which somehow merged with another company to become Auntie's Choice. Honestly, these corporate interactions make little sense, as they mostly amount to relabeling assets and changing letterhead and mascot cartoons. so I will just refer to them as Auntie's choice going forward. Though that may offend some of my more literal-minded colleagues. But I digress. The purple-berry plant was at first thought to be poisonous, as the early colonists eating its berries died from the most potent of discharges this documentarian has ever witnessed, in a rare Auntie's Choice lab recording in our archive, which we acquired from a corporate defector to the Protectorate before our stellar system was sealed and the Order ceased daily interactions with our Protectorate allies. But again, I digress. Belated testing by Auntie's Choice's unlettered scientists showed that the berries were not poisonous at all. Instead, they were infected with a microscopic parasite, the purpleberry parasite, or PBP, as it is colloquially called in Auntie's Choice's records. More specifically, the PBP eggs are found in every berry of an infected plant, where these eggs have been subdermally injected by the second stage of the parasite. But I am getting ahead of myself. Let's examine the PBP life cycle in detail. After an infected berry is eaten by a host, the microscopic eggs inside the berries are exposed to the host's digestive enzymes, which trigger their hatching. These parasites enter their second stage as spiky, worm-like creatures with outsized, pincer-like mandibles, which then proceed to feed on the host directly, ingesting tissue and blood along the entire intestinal tract. These worms are eventually expelled when they reach a size of approximately 2 centimeters in length, and they then seek out nearby purpleberry plants to lay their eggs in the ripening purpleberries. And I should add that the plants are well fertilized in this entire process. Also, as the expelled contents contain undigested purpleberry seeds, the distribution of the plants is increased, helping infected purpleberry plants to spread farther and grow better than uninfected ones. Perhaps unsurprisingly, careless Auntie's Choice scientists mislabeled this case of obvious symbiosis, given how both the purpleberry plant and its parasite are benefited by the relationship, as a parasitical relationship. Given that initial classification error, it's a wonder the Auntie's Choice scientists managed to ascertain any subsequent safeguards at all.
Hope you get the medicine soon. Whenever I change a bandage, I end up spilling more blood than I staunch.
Co-native planetary fauna was well adapted to the parasite.
Something's wrong with it?
And hardly affected
Let me
by
see.
it to any
What
large
in
amount.
blazes is this?
But human colonists
Even I know
were
not to give this to my
so
patients.
fortunate.
Law
The
only
PBP
knows what it would
worms
do.
disrupted the human internal biome to such a degree that the eventual correspondingly large immune response leads to violently
Thanks for going on that wild
explosive
sprat chase for me.
resulting
Here's
in
your
the
pay.
expelling of the worms,
Rest
the
assured,
berries,
I'll do
and
everything I
most
can
of
to
the
help.
person's
Save giving these
gastrointestinal
folks rifted medicaments.
Human casualty rates were close to 100%, even when reluctantly given medical attention by Auntie's Choice doctors, who were more concerned with upselling unnecessary procedures or prescribing expensive ointments such as their antibiotics, a topical cream that offers no benefit to the dying patient except possibly smoothing away stubborn wrinkles, according to product literature. However, given the purpleberry's non-zero nutritional value and low growing costs, impatient Auntie's Choice administration officials directed their labs to find ways to remove the parasite from the berry. A variety of methods were tested and found effective, but they were all time-consuming and wasteful of the edible portion of the purpleberries, so these methods were deemed non-cost-effective and rejected out of hand. Eventually, the answer was found not in
أنا
the
الحين
lab,
شلون
but
أطلع
in
من
a
ذا
history book.
المكان؟
Specifically, a history text on Saltuna, a crossbreed of 2 different earth fish species called salmon and tuna, was found that contained a reference to anisakid nematodes, or salmon worms, with an estimated 70 to 90% of all salmon being infected by these parasites. More importantly, the text contained the solution to eradicating these parasites: freezing. The simple and obvious, yet untried, act of freezing the salmon meat killed the embedded parasites. A quick test showed the same procedure worked on PvP eggs,
أنا
although without
أكيد
quite 100%
مستحيل يكون
effectiveness.
مكاننا.
The remaining parasite eggs were not removed, a method that was judged too wasteful and expensive, since they increased the protein content of the berries without affecting their texture or flavor in any discernible way. The microscopic egg remains were simply too small to be seen or felt by the unaided eyes and tongues of their consumers. So anti-choice administrators were satisfied with this. Purple berries are now common nutritional and flavoring agents.
Emergency protocol surge is prime.
Mindless anti-choice consumers.
How are you still upright over there?
A variety of purple-berry-themed foods and beverages, all of them mislabeled parasite-free. More accurately, the label should read live parasite-free. But in any case, Auntie's Choice once again demonstrated their contempt for their customers, for nature, and for any pretense. Another reason this documentarian is grateful for our orders fabricated nutritional foodstuffs.
Don't mind me.
OA archive transcription number 3918-4.
Commander, appreciate a little help, Commander.
Next, the latest field data validating or repudiating our forecasts and relevant informational details for near present and future. Valued students of the Order of the Ascendant, recent fascinating but alarming astronomical events require your immediate and undivided cognitive attention. The main rift anomaly has undergone a sudden destabilization event, spiking in mass and activity, surging 17.2% into a web-like construct spanning 0.17 astronomical units. The geometrical math underlying this energetic intensification reshapes our understanding of exponential dynamics.
Sequencing attacks.
We will spend years analyzing this phenomenon. Our curiosity and localized rooms have transit.
With an estimated 70 to 90% of all salmon being infected by these parasites. More importantly, the text contained the solution to eradicating these parasites: freezing. The simple and obvious, yet untried, act of freezing the salmon meat killed the embedded parasites. A quick test showed the same procedure worked on PvP eggs, although without quite 100% effectiveness. The remaining parasite eggs were not removed, a method that was judged too wasteful and expensive, since they increased the protein content of the berries without affecting their texture or flavor in any discernible way. The microscopic egg remains were simply too small to be seen or felt by the unaided eyes and tongues of their consumers. So Auntie's Choice administrators were satisfied with this inept solution. Purple berries are now a common nutritional and flavoring agent throughout the colony worlds. Mindless Auntie's Choice consumers especially purchase a large variety of purpleberry-themed foods and beverages, all of them mislabeled parasite-free. More accurately, the label should read live.
Can you imagine what it must have taken to build something like the archive? The engineering alone is unlike anything I've ever seen.
Demonstrated their contempt for their customers, for nature, and for any pretense of safety. Another reason this documentarian is grateful for our order's fabricated nutritional foodstuffs. OA archive transcription number 3918-4 ends here.
How to get out of here?
This is Grand Plan Wireless, broadcasting soothing tunes for your audio canal and enriching content for your cerebral cortex around the chronometer until we achieve a set. This is Grand Plan Wireless, broadcasting soothing tunes for your audio canal and enriching content for your cerebral cortex around the chronometer until we achieve ascension. Truncated courtesies. I bear a dispatch of great noteworthiness. Our former Protectorate colleagues have undergone a radical leadership shift.
Ready to waste it on your command.
Emergency protocols ready.
The idea is to kill them before you die.
To strengthen his resolve.
I said unfriendly going out of sight.
I'll accept the responsibility of shepherding you through these dark times until our sovereign is rested. I shall not take this duty.
You had it. An objective
Not walking this off.
of Protectorate events, announced by the very
أنا ما
individual
أتمر
we
على
suspect orchestrated it. Just a theory, but the data supports it. Rigorous analysis of the console's voice inflection reveals telltale signs of deception. We estimate with a 48% certainty that the Protectorate has undergone a coup. Certainly not unexpected, given our knowledge of the Protectorate's societal structure and our own fraught relationship with Consul Emery Thoreau. Work groups of tenured seers in the Department of Predictive Analysis are calculating likely outcomes of these events. Expect addenda to this report.
There are vending machines on the undisputed claim that sell scarves, and hats, and pills that make you so warm.
What in the name of Auntie's anti-hallucinatory ammonia drops? Who are you? What are you doing here?
To facilitate cognition, avid followers of our predictive playlists are already aware of...
Moved aside? You started talking to... You know what? Never mind. Being trapped down here has taken a toll on us all. When the Protectorate took control of the only way out, but we lost a lot of really good people trying to take it. Too many to keep trying. You?
Finally, to the surface.
I'll admit, always figured the console for a power snatcher. Just think about all those posters of the pair of them that'll have to change now. Me? Rejoicing over a tyrant squabble? Never. The Sovereign's misfortune is our gain, as far as I'm concerned. Sure, always happy.
Okay. اطلع كل العالم من هنا.
Commencing combat-related activities. Standing by with life support.
Combat! You lot should hit the ball! Temperature falling.
اسمعني خلص معاكم. يا يبي خلص وامشي.
Troublemaker approaching.
gravitational state.
وش ذا؟
Now you see. Now how are you still upright over there?
Negative. This unit is non-functional.
Give the order and I'll take care of it, Commander.
فطستم.
Resuming hostilities.
You are listening to Grand Plan Wireless, Arcadia's voice of reason. Ready to
أخيرا طلعنا.
Ready to have your mind enlightened and your day embrightened? It's time for another installment of Ask a Vicar with Vicar Magsaisai. Oh, here's a question from a new pupil, freshly converted from Auntie's Choice. Did presiding Bishop Ruth Bassar know the matriarch personally?
Wonderful! I do enjoy educating the uneducated. The succinct answer is no. Our presiding bishop never met the matriarch, but let's look at all she has done. Over the course of her decades-long appointment as presiding bishop, Ruth Bassar has added multiple parameters to the calculated life equation of the matriarch. She has determined derivatives at multiple points along that function, obtaining
أوه. بس نظف المشن.
a Maclaurin series with a convergent approximation beyond any previous sequence. Our infallible presiding bishop has approached an error dispersion exceeding 5 sigma, a level of calculation superior to all bishops before her. Cite her theses with confidence. If that did not sate your curiosity, then by all means, inquire again and again with abandon. I, Vicar Magsaisai, will be happy to enlighten all who will listen.
What happens next may surprise you, but not us. And now, more music to perform advanced calculations by.
بس بيقولون اوه شلون رحت الاركايف بدون ما
I always find I work best when undistracted. One could say I find the cultist at Newton quite the interruption to my focus. Now, how might we be of use to one another? The purveyor of convictions? Not possible. She's too public.
المهم نوقف هنا.
I sometimes fear though it should, if there's nothing else so pressing to discuss, I'd like
اكفى قل لي عاد قبل ما اكلم. انا من كثر ما اني ضيعت اخترت الخير. ايوه زين. لاني من كثر ما دخلت بالاركايف وغطست فيه احتياطا عشان ما اجيب العيد مرة ثانية.
I always find I work best now. How might we be of use to one another? I shall allow myself a moment of relief. You've proven yourself well, but we have recently experienced a pivotally important, unforeseen development. One I must meet directly. Can I count on you? One of the satellites comprising the Hyperion web was struck by a wayward craft and crashed on Paradise Island. I hope your I cannot collect the data.
خلنا نخزن هنا. نشوفكم إن شاء الله في بث آخر، حلقة أخرى أو أي شيء ثاني، وإلى اللقاء.